Yes, it's 9:04 a.m. It's well, yesterday it was 37 degrees outside. Yeah, and I'm I'm not able to use a Wi-Fi. I could put the 3G on, but I'm not really that concerned about the weather this morning. I think it's going to be warm enough that I can walk. You know, I was just thinking about what I should be reading in the Bible. Yeah. And they had what's known as the 10 original amendments of the Bill of Rights. Yes. Now, sometimes when I have a difficult time, trying to think about what God wants me to think about, I think, well, why don't I read amendment number one? Religious establishment prohibited, freedom of speech, of the press, and the right to petition. Now, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion. That could be that there could be no law saying that you have to pray over state legislatures. Yes. No law that says that police departments have to participate or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. And obviously, it would prohibit the free exercise if students were to pray in school or read their Bibles while in school. But obviously, Amendment number one does not apply to those that are under the age of 18. I'm sure for every parent that said, I do not want to listen to a prayer at a football game or a convocation, I do not want voluntary prayer in schools, we prohibit the free exercise thereof because they are minors, and as adults, we have to obligate each other to listen to the stupid fucking prayer right now. Or abridging the freedom of speech of the press. Now, this press, the freedom of speech or of the press, yes. You know, I mentioned certain lawsuits that I wanted to involve myself in, and I feel like when you obstruct my right to involve myself in lawsuits, yes, it does in many ways abridge my freedom of speech. Now, let's say you're sitting there, and you know that you're using forgery and fraud. My sons are kidnapped. You advertise them in newspapers that they are on a successful winning football team. Yes. And then when I say enforce the laws, you abridge my freedom of speech to actually sign lawsuits where you get sued and go to prison. Boop. Now, I would say for every day right now, you've been violating Amendment number one, and I'm going to sue you for that. Pouch! Or the right of the people to peaceably to assemble. Now, these people that peaceably assemble to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Now, I talked to you about the redress of the grievance. In 2,500,000 emails, I talked to you about how I'm grieved, yes, that the government, yes, has not given me redress, yes, for the use of fraud and forgery, corruption, and conspiracy. Now, my thought is that I'm going to sue you for violating Amendment number one today. Sue you for abridging my freedom of speech to sign lawsuits that define the actual crimes that you've been involved in. Yes. Then I'm going to sue the press. Pouch! And then I'm going to sue, yes, for you obstructing my right to peaceably assemble.